until I bring it to their doorstep. Tell that bitch back, breath smell like horse sex. But I said I'm glad that you came. If that nigga had a train, I would let him run a train. Big bag, bustin' out the belly band. Take a man, Balenciaga, brought it back and all looking back.
Wait a second.
Back, bitch. Big bag, bust. Glad that you came. If that nigga had a train, I would let him run a train. Big bag, bust.
Bro, did she just said she would let him run a train. I'm speechless. On the heels of the Me Too movement, why is sexual violence against women cool? How are we just letting this lyric slide? Cardi, you owe us an explanation, because I love you, girl. I love your music. I love the female empowerment you give us. I love shaking it and twerking it and this and that. But this lyric has totally crossed the line. You have crossed the line, Cardi B, to promote trains. Because you know you are promoting running trains on women, right? What the fuck do you think when guys hear this? Young, immature guys who think, oh yeah, run a train, and that's cool. And that gets perpetuated in our community. What do you think about the girls that hear this, that have had sexual violence done to them? Do you think they're like, oh yeah, see, Cardi B is talking about trains. It's not that bad. No, she's still violated. Sexual violence against women? What are you talking about, Lakin? Running a train is mother effing violence. What do you think it is? Do you think it's a loving relationship? Do you think it's something that's celebrated in our culture by women? Do you think any woman owns up to the fact that she had a train run on her? Or do we look at her with shame and disgust, not realizing that 9 times out of 10, it's a girl with super low self-esteem? That 9 times out of 10, she's looking for some sort of attention to fill her void. That 9 times out of 10, her promiscuity is based on the fact that she's been touched as a child. No, Cardi B, this is way too effing far. You do not speak to women and speak for women like this. I don't care how many mother effing politicians you talk to. I don't care how deep your brand runs in our communities. This lyric is too far. No woman wants a frickin' train run on them. Yes, they might have accepted it, but you're not thinking about why they did, why they're promiscuous, why they're so broken, why they would take that as the only form of attention or contact from a male. If your woman wanted it so bad, why aren't you doing this with your girlfriend, with your wife? Why aren't you letting her get gangbanged? Because this is something you do in the dark hours that's dark in your soul. You don't do it to people you love. You don't want to hear people you love been through these type of things. And it's not cool. This is one of the most disgusting things I've heard in the past few years. And I don't know if I'm just getting intolerant to trash ass music, because Lord knows I love trash rap. We grew up on toxic rap. I'm 30 years old, guys. So I grew up with it all. All the shit then talked about women by men. And growing up thinking that I'm cool, I would flip it. First kind of violence you can do to a woman by violating her being and her spirit. These type of acts are not to be supported. These type of acts are not to be celebrated. And you freaking naysayers with it. Oh, well, what if she wanted it? What if she wanted to do this? Like, what are you talking about? Like, not every girl's like you, da-da-da-da. No, bitch. Because you tell me one time that you've done this with someone that you care about. You tell me one time you've done it with your girlfriend, with your wife. Or have you done this to women? 3 a.m. at your darkest hour, in your darkest of times. Women who've consented or been raped like this, my heart goes out to you. And my heart breaks for the type of men who will lower themselves to this position just to bust a nut. I haven't posted on this channel in a while, but when I heard this, I couldn't sit idly by because I love Cardi B and I love her stance and I love her music. I just think this lyric has gone too far. This is not empowerment. This is violence. And this isn't the first time I haven't liked one of her songs. When I heard, I think it's track 8 or 9 on her album, kinda got your bitch on my da 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 da. No, that's not cool either. And I couldn't listen to that song. So unfortunately, I can't support this song. Y'all, I'm not telling you to boycott Cardi B. I'm not saying that we should not cancel her, we should not end it. But this, we need to take a stance on. And you need to, and all the music industry needs to realize this is not what we support. And to the mother effing advertisers and record label that allow this type of negativity to be continued to be spewed in my community, shame on y'all. Shame on effing y'all. I've had enough and I'm taking a stand. I'm not saying that I'm not going to enjoy toxic rap anymore. I'm not saying that I'm almighty. Bitch, I got strippers and hoes in my family. It is what it is. I'm saying that this is too far. And we will not degrade women and human beings like this. We will not continue to perpetuate running trains on vulnerable humans to fill our ego or to fill a void. We will treat women as humans and not as receptacles for your pain and for your cum. We will have respect when we enter relationships and when we enter sexual relationships and when we exchange our spirits with one another. We will not celebrate violence against women, i.e. running trains. Cardi B, I love you. Do better, bitch. Running trains on human beings is one of the most sexually violent things you can do to somebody. It's one of the most disrespectful sexual acts you can do to somebody. Nobody, but Lady Minx, what about the girls that want you? What about the ones that are consensual? What about the ones that... Don't tell me about the freelance women that want to do these type of things, okay? Because 9 times out of 10, it's not those women. 9 times out of 10, it's a drunk girl who thinks she's getting attention from guys. 9 times out of 10, it's a girl who is promiscuous because of the sexual violation she endured as a child, to where she thinks these type of violent sexual acts are normal. 9 times out of 10, it's a girl with low self-esteem. 9 times out of 10, it's guys with low self-esteem who are only thinking about their nut. Men, don't tell me about the girls or that are interested in this kind of behavior. Because have you brought your girlfriend to do this? Have you brought your wife to do this? Or are you doing this with one-off chicks that you don't care about? Which further perpetuates the lack of self-respect, and sexual violence against women. How can we tolerate this lyric in your music? Cardi B, you went too far, bitch. You went too far. This is wrong. And for all you MFs on the radio who ain't bleeping this out, you're wrong. I legitimately cannot believe this. It's time to call this disgusting culture out for what it is. Violence against women. And in jails, violence against males. Gangbanging someone is one of the deepest, darkest forms of sexual violence that can occur.
If that nigga had a train, I would let him run a train. Big bag, bustin' out the belly band, take a man Balenciaga.
Did she just say I would let him run a train? I'm speechless. On the heels of the Me Too movement, why is sexual violence against women condoned? Why is sexual violence against women supported?